Welcome to Seeing with Your Soul, a safe and sacred place to be vulnerable, to be transparent, to be authentic. I am your host, Tisha Michelle. From the deep pain and loss of my best friend Gloria, I realized she gave me the greatest gift ever, remembering my purpose in life, which is to help connect you to your authentic self, guide you to remember your purpose, and remind you that your current circumstance doesn't define who you are. Join me as we heal, align, and glow together. Welcome back to Seeing with Your Soul. I'm your host, Tisha Michelle. So before we jump into today's episode, I got some announcements. All right. So I'm hosting a spiritual retreat. I have been wanting to host a retreat for probably the last, year and a half. But this stupid little fear that was just popping up with all these, what if this, or you can't this, or you can't, all that craziness. And I dealt with it, but I decided to silence that shit, get that out of my head, and really embrace and do the things that are my heart's desires. And this is one of them, is to host retreats. And I want to hold I will be hosting 2 retreats a year. One is going to always be, at this point now, it's going to always be in Arizona. And then one is going to be just in various other places across the world. So my first one is going to be May 14th through the 17th, 2020 in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm so excited. All right. So the theme for this one is going to be all about self-care, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We're going to restore our body. We're going to calm our mind, and we're going to awaken our spirit. I'm so excited. I will be hosting this, but I also have some surprises with some other facilitators. So I'm super excited about that. And so I'm creating this retreat to be small, more intimate. So I'm able to focus more, time with each person, because part of this retreat, you do get one-on-one time with me. Yay. So right now, because I'm just putting it, I've sent it to individual people and then individual people in my group. And as of right now, I am happy to say I have 4 spots left. So if you want to find out some more information about this, you can visit my website. You can go to www.hashtagcertified.com. Also, I'll make sure that I will put the link to the retreat in the show's notes. So again, if it's something you think that you may be interested in, just hop on over there and check it out. And yeah, let's see. All right. So, other announcement. Happy Halloween. Happy Mercury retrograde. Some people are like, there's nothing happy about this at all. Anyway, most people like to say that during this period of the retrograde, it can cause lots of chaos for people. I've experienced that. I've experienced a little bit of chaos before during a Mercury retrograde, but I was equipped, so I kind of knew how to really handle it and not let it handle me. So I just say to you guys, plan to be running late. Plan for other people to be running late. Maybe flights are getting delayed or canceled, but just breathe. Some people may have car problems. Some people may have relationship problems. Yeah, relationship problems. But you just really want to step back and look at the perspective of things. Some people can become less proactive. Maybe some unexpected setbacks. You could even feel drawn to isolate yourself, or even you may start to feel lost and really can't explain the feeling. You're just I don't know, I just feel like I'm lost or whatever. I personally suggest during this period, don't make any important decisions. Don't go signing no new contracts. Don't go starting nothing new. Don't go breaking up with anybody either, or starting new relationships. I would say use this time to just chill out, relax, concentrate on working on yourself. That's it. Just chill out, relax, and work on yourself during this period. Oh, and some of you, especially if you're super sensitive to energy, you could still be feeling the effects of the new moon in Scorpio that we just had, which is all about revealing what's hidden. Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. So don't be surprised if people from your past resurfaces, or if they already popped up, or situations or conversations from the past came back and you're like, damn, chill. Why are you even bringing this up? I'm over it. No. The invitation is for you to switch your perspective on this thing, allowing you the opportunity to revisit the things in your past that have come up to resurface, because they're coming up for a reason. They're coming up for you to look at it different, so that you're able to clear things up and move on and leave that shit behind. So if people are coming up from your past, or past exes, or anything is just popping up, and it's not to say for you to get back in a relationship with them, it's for you to, I guess, give you some type of closure by just closing things out, closing that chapter out. Because if anything from your past is coming up, it is all for your highest good. So just remember that. Okay, so enough with all of that. Now time for this actual episode. So at the time of this recording, for the last 24 hours, your girl has been in a funky ass mood. You know, one of those moods where you just like, you don't know what the hell is wrong with you. Like I didn't know if I was fucking depressed, if I was bored, if I was lonely. I'm just unhappy. I don't want to be here. And when I'm saying I don't want to be here, it's like I love Arizona. I love where I live. So it wasn't that. It was more of like I don't want to be in like the position I'm in. Like, I don't know. I just know I was in a funky ass mood, and it was so annoying. I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't want nobody talking to me. I would even try to like fake smile and stuff, and I was just like, I ain't with that shit today. Like, this is just how I feel. So it's just I'm gonna be in my feelings, whatever these feelings are. And I had to, I got to a point where it was like I was getting ready to go on to day 2, and I was like, yo, I can't be feeling like this. It's just not cool right here at all, because it's just not cool. I don't even know. It's just not cool. I didn't like it. I didn't want to feel like that anymore. So I know that I have the power to change things. So I needed to go to my go-to things whenever I'm feeling like that. And I do personally know that whatever you're struggling with is the message. That's the message for others. And also, we teach what we most need to learn. So I was like, oh, okay, Tisha, this is a podcast episode. So I want to bring to you 4 ways to get out that funk. And I'm just going to give you the 4 things that I use so that I can shift my energy to even being able to record this podcast right now. Because I damn sure wasn't able to do it then. I didn't talk whatever. No, it's a wrap. So these are my 4 ways that I shift my energy and get out of when I'm feeling some type of way. Now, this is not no particular order. These are just the 4 things that I use. So number 1, cry. Yes, cry. You heard me right. Cry. So contrary to whatever you were taught or whatever your belief was, our emotions weren't meant to be hidden. They weren't meant to be controlled or suppressed. For me, I was taught that crying was weak. It was a sign of weakness. Whew. Anyway, another episode on that. See, so our tears, they hold a special kind of power. You know, that power that can cleanse our mind. It reconnects our head and heart. And it can help realign us with the power of our soul. That's kind of deep, right? And you know what? I didn't even really understand that crying, could do all of that until I just started meditating. I was deep into meditation, and certain things was coming to me, So that like one thing was like crying, it's healthy. It's emotionally healthy. It's spiritually healthy, and shit, it's physically healthy because it's healing. It's healing. So one of the great ways to heal is to cry, is to release those emotions. And it's just going to make you feel better, and it's going to shift your mood. And you could be saying like, well, what am I healing from if I'm just in this some type of mood and I don't even know what the mood is? It's fine. It doesn't matter. Still cry, release that. You're releasing these emotions, even if you consciously aren't aware of what those actual emotions or what you're healing from. It doesn't matter. It ain't even none of our concern right now. Just release, cleanse. Number 2, I would say for me, and what I did was take a bath. Who cares what time of day it is? Take a bath. You see, water is one of our main elements, and it represents life. It represents protection, healing, detoxing. when we're in like water, or like our subconscious mind is like tuned into this water, it mimics the fetal state. So it can provide us that comfort and that relaxation. So it also releases any stagnant information, you hear me? Stagnant energy that we have. So if for some reason you can't take a bath, take a shower. I mean, it's water. Water is water. It's a pure cleansing element. So you're taking a shower, especially if it's like a warm shower. It's something about allowing that warm water to just hit your body. And I know you guys have heard people say, oh, some of the best ideas I came up with was in the shower. Yeah, that's what water does. It's so powerful. Or you can get in a pool. If you get in a pool, just sit there and relax. Get on the float. Yeah, it's just there. Or if you can't do any of that and you're in a position where you're not able to do any of that, I would say the next go-to thing would be to listen to the sounds of water. And you can just get an app on your phone, like Calm or something like that, or go on YouTube and just type in, relaxing water sound, something of that part. Whatever it is that you're going through, I would say just connect to water. For me, it's the bath. And if I'm not in a position to take a bath, like maybe if I'm traveling and they don't actually have a tub, it's just a stand-up thing, then I take a shower. And I have done this so many times. I've just been in the middle of something or feeling some type of way, and I'm like, I gotta go home, I gotta take a shower. I gotta go take a shower. And to be in the middle of the day, middle of the night, and just take a shower. I need that water to cleanse. So again, it's so healing, it's so calming, it's so refreshing. It'll shift your energy because it'll remove some of that stagnant and that yucky energy that's on you. You could have picked up from other people, other places, or just your own for whatever you're going through. So, number 3, meditate. I'm always going to suggest for you guys to meditate. There's just so much that can be revealed to you when you make time to just listen. So when I was going through this funk, I meditated. And when I was deep in my meditation, I asked a lot of questions. And one of the questions I asked was, and it was something particular, and I'm not going to get into all of that particular, but I said, how long do I have to do this? And I heard, you can stop whenever you want. Whenever you are ready to stand in your power and embrace who you are and share your gifts with the world, you can stop. And now what it was that I was doing wasn't necessarily like it was something bad or just horrible. It just didn't bring me any joy. But I felt obligated to do this. Here goes that obligation. I felt like I was obligated to put this out there. And, in this meditation, it was like, you can stop whenever you want. Whenever you are ready to embrace who you are and stand in your power and share your gifts to the world, do it. So in that moment, I was like, shit. I was reminded that I am the leader of my life, just like you're the leader of your life. I co-create my reality alongside of the universe, just like you co-create your reality. So this little funk that I was in, I had myself in that funk. Me. And I can take myself out that funk just like you can. You can take yourself out of the funk whenever it is that you are ready to take yourself out of it. Simple as that, right? Number 4, get honest with yourself. Straight up, keep it at 100, honest with yourself. I like to do this on paper, so I like to write it out so I can just see it and just kind of like let it flow. So I suggest you guys do this. Grab you a piece of paper if you want, or say it out loud, and ask yourself, why do I feel like this? List everything that you get, every feeling, every thoughts, the emotions, whatever, list it. Like, list those things. Like what? You don't like the space you find yourself in? You don't like your job, your career, the people you're around? Whatever it is, get honest. Get completely honest with yourself. Then ask yourself, what am I to learn from this? Because first you want to get honest with yourself, and you're listing all these disempowering things, things that you just don't like and you're not happy with and all that, because you just want to be clear, right? Then you want to ask yourself, or ask the universe or your guides or whoever you're connected to, your higher self, an empowering question. What am I to learn from this? And then write what you feel. Write your thoughts. Just write whatever it is. Release, let it all out. And then after that, I want you guys to ask yourself, 1, if you knew you were to be supported, what would you do? If you knew you were to be supported, what would you do? Write those things. Then ask yourself, if fear and money wasn't an option, what would you do? Write those things down too. And then guess what? Do it. Do those things. Do those things. You see, with awareness comes change, and then with change comes growth. So we have to be aware of, why are we feeling like this? What is it that's going on that's making me feel like this? So those were the things that I did to shift my energy and to be fully aware. And guess what, guys? Whew. It was like the hard truth was hitting me. The reason why I was feeling so, I couldn't even put a word to it, was because I wasn't happy. And I wasn't happy because I was changing. I was elevating. I was going through ascension, still am. And situations and people that I'm around, they weren't serving me anymore. Then I had that aha moment, like, shit, I set intentions every day. And one of my main intentions is to remove what and who no longer serves me for my highest purpose. And it was happening. And it was just being around certain people doing certain things that I was consistently doing. It didn't bring me any joy. I wasn't happy. It was old to me. And it's because I leveled up. Like, I changed. You know, my energy is different. Like, I'm growing. All now, it's not to say that these people were bad for me or those situations or things were bad for me. I've just leveled up. And they just wasn't serving my highest purpose, anymore. And the reason why I was feeling like that, because it was different. I was shedding the old, but that was my comfort zone. Those were the things that I knew. Those were the people that I knew. And it was a little confusing because it was like, dang, I don't even want to, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, it's just, ugh. And it just had me all types of in my feelings and stuff. But I know that this growth is so much needed. It's so much needed. Now, I could have just stayed in that little funk and then did some little, false, enthusiasm just to, vibrate higher and then to be brought back down. But I mean, who wants to do that? I didn't want to stay in that place. Like, I wanted to rid that. But I had to go through some things. I had to feel it. I had to feel what I was going through. And then I went to my go-to. I'm like, yo, I know I can shift my energy. I know I can change it. Like, this is what I need to do. So I went through all these steps. I teach from experience. So the things that I suggest you guys to do absolutely are things that I've done, myself, and most recently. And I can tell you right now, if you do these things, or one of them or all of them or whatever, it's going to help open you up so much more, that you are going to be so fully aware that you are really able to see the current reality, see the big picture, the vision and everything. And it's like, damn, okay. There are plenty of ways that you can get yourself out of the funk. Those are just my top 4, but I'll add another one. So another quick one. And I would say would be, for me, is music and dance. There's nothing like throwing on some music and pretending that you're filming a video and you one of Beyonce's dancers or whoever it is that you love and you resonate. It's just that's such a quick way to raise your vibration. But for me, being in that situation that I was in, I didn't want to raise it that quick without being aware of what was going on. So it was doing all of those things and then topping it off with some music. It was interesting because one of the songs that I had playing first was, I took it back to 2010, and it was Monica. And it was funny because I was just scrolling through the Apple Music and I was like, oh, I got this on here. Let me just put this on. And I was like, oh, I ain't heard this in a minute. And it was her song, Still Standing. And going through that, it took me back to the crying phase. And tears just started coming down. And it was just more of, wow, yeah, I am still standing. I've been through so much, but look where I'm at right now. Look where I'm at right now. And it was such a beautiful thing. And then when I was done going through those couple of songs, then I was listening to the Jonas Brothers and I was listening to Beyonce. Then I even threw on a little bit of trap music and just, and I'm just laughing through the whole thing. So anyhow, I just want you guys to know that you whatever it is that you're going through or you've gone through, it's all just an experience. That's it. It's an experience. You get to choose how you want to continue this experience. You also get to choose if you want to have that experience again. And we're the co-creators of our reality. So whenever we're in a little funk or we're feeling some type of way, we have the power to change things. We have the power. Us. It's all within us. And now it's just time for us to bring it all out. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and spending your precious time. I know that time is something that we can never get back. And the fact that you chose to spend your time with me, I so appreciate it. If you want to continue the conversation with me, we can definitely connect on Instagram. And my IG is Tisha. Until next time, sending you all love and light. Bye, guys.